right, let's dive right into this explainer. We're looking at a massive, literally game-changing paradigm shift that's turning everyday digital creativity into, well, serious wealth. Welcome to our deep dive into the orange economy and how the landmark budget 2026 is completely rewriting the rules for digital creators, designers, and everyday investors alike.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll start by defining this orange economy, look at how hobbies are transitioning into real businesses, simplify the new creator tax rules, explore the massive AVGC boom, talk about investing in creative growth, and finally, look at how imagination is literally turning into bankable wealth. Let's get to it. Starting things off with Section 1, defining the orange economy. So what actually is this? The orange economy, or the economy of imagination, now accounts for roughly 3 to 7% of global GDP. That's huge. They call it orange because the color has this deep historical tie to youth, happiness, and cultural energy. Basically, we're seeing a monumental shift away from old-school factory-led models to an imagination-driven world. The government is finally officially recognizing your ideas, your IP, and your digital content as high-value industrial outputs. And right now, Union Budget 2026 is acting as a massive catalyst here. They've strategically carved out 250 crore rupees specifically for talent development in the creator economy. We're not just talking about short-term subsidies. They are building a robust nationwide talent pipeline. It's a huge signal, you know? The government actually sees digital creators as a strategic economic asset that's going to shape our tech and cultural footprint for decades. Moving right along to Section 2, from hobby to business. This is where the global paradigm really shifts. Think about it. If you spent 6 hours a day editing videos a few years ago, everyone just called it a hobby, right? Just a time pass. But today, under tax codes like IRC Section 183 in the US, if you've got commercial intent, boom, it's a legitimate creative enterprise. You go from a hobbyist with zero write-offs to a formal business tapping into Schedule C deductions, forming LLCs for legal shielding, and even using S-Corp elections to dodge heavy self-employment taxes. It's a whole new ballgame.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 3, simplifying the creator tax. Under the new creative growth policies, your gear isn't just some painful sunk cost anymore. It's a fully deductible investment. We're talking high-end camera bodies, GPUs, those annoying recurring Adobe or Unreal Engine subscriptions, even your home office space. They're all ordinary, necessary business expenses now. In the US, things like the Section 179 deduction actually let you immediately write off up to $1.25 million in gear the exact year you buy it. No more dragging out depreciation over 5 years. The government is literally taxing you less for buying the tools you need to render that 4K timeline faster.
And if we look at India, the Section 44 ADA presumptive taxation model is an absolute lifesaver if you hate paperwork as much as I do. If you're a creator earning up to 75 lakhs, you can stop hoarding every single coffee or prop receipt from your video shoots. You just declare a flat 50% of your income as profit, and you only pay tax on that half. That's it. You completely skip the headache of complex bookkeeping. It's clean, it's incredibly fast, and it is beautifully creator-friendly.
Okay, let's zoom out a bit for Section 4, AVGC, the next IT boom.
So, AVGC, animation, visual effects, gaming, and comics. This is India's bright new sunrise sector. Think of the digital magic behind massive blockbusters or those mobile games completely dominating the app stores. Top economists are literally saying AVGC is doing for India right now exactly what the information technology boom did back in 1991. It's pushing the entire country up the global value chain, shifting us from simply consuming content to actually owning and exporting original intellectual property. To actually fuel this fire, the government is setting up an unbelievable 15,000 AVGC content creator labs in secondary schools, plus another 500 in colleges, backed by the Indian Institute of Creative Technologies. I mean, wow, that is a massive long-term bet on hardwiring creative education right into the DNA of the schooling system. And the financial projections are absolutely staggering. The Indian media and entertainment sector is skyrocketing. It was at $27.6 billion in 2024. It's projected to hit $35.3 billion in 2025, and it is hurtling toward $47.2 billion by 2029. This explosive growth is being driven super hard by digital media, OTT subscriptions, and the sheer rapid expansion of the gaming market. But the absolute most crucial takeaway here is the scale. This isn't just some fleeting internet trend, right? The sector desperately needs 2 million new creative professionals by 2030. 2 million.
That's exactly why the government is pushing those talent pipelines so hard. This industry is literally becoming the new backbone of middle-class employment, moving away from factory floors and straight into digital creation.
Now, this brings us to a really important question. What if you aren't a digital creator? What if you're watching this and you don't sit behind a camera or an editing desk? How do you, just as an everyday individual, actually capture value from this massive shift? Let's crack open the investor's playbook in Section 5, Investing in Creative Growth. The good news? You absolutely do not need to be an animator to get in on this. Everyday investors have some really fascinating pathways opening up. You can look at listed media and entertainment stocks that are pivoting hard to digital-first models, or, even cooler, check out small and medium enterprises, SMEs, in animation and gaming that are listing on platforms like the NSE Emerge. It's kind of like buying into the high-growth startup next door. You can even explore digital-first mutual funds, which basically adds a totally new, highly creative asset class directly into your portfolio.
Finally, as we wrap up, let's hit Section 6, Imagination into Bankable Wealth. This part is truly fascinating. There's a huge push right now toward IP-backed financing. The budget, working alongside the RBI, is actually paving the way for a near future where banks offer creative business loans. Imagine your YouTube channel's view count, your game downloads, your copyrights, and your trademarks acting as actual bankable collateral. It's a monumental shift away from a work-for-hire model to a create-and-own economy. It empowers freelancers and studios to finally control their own financial destinies and take big swings on original content.
There's this fantastic quote from a chief economist that I think brilliantly sums up this whole explainer. The transition from a factory-led economy to an idea-led economy is here, converting Indian imagination into Indian wealth. It really hits the nail on the head. We are watching a profound transition. Creativity isn't just art anymore, you know? It is officially recognized as wealth, and the regulatory frameworks are finally catching up to support it.
So I want to leave you with this final thought to really ponder today. With 2 million jobs on the horizon and billions in projected growth, how are you going to adapt? Are you going to leverage those generous tax deductions to finally scale up that creative side hustle? Or maybe you're analyzing the markets right now to add some high-growth creative stocks to your retirement portfolio. However you choose to play it, the orange economy is a massive opportunity you simply cannot ignore. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer.